So, I want to talk about something that makes chronic illness harder to deal with, not easier, and that is toxic positivity. But first, hi, I'm Jenny. I overcame years of debilitating chronic illness, and now I coach women back to chronic wellness. So, first, I just want to be clear that positivity in itself is not the problem. Hope is important, optimism is important. When you're chronically ill, hope can be the thing that keeps you going. But toxic positivity is something different. Toxic positivity is when people insist that you stay positive at all costs. Don't be angry, don't be sad, don't be scared. Just stay positive. Because when you're suffering, when you're really in it, that kind of messaging pressures you to bypass what you're actually feeling. So, an example of this, something we're all familiar with, is that old saying, whatever doesn't kill you just makes you stronger. It's like, wrong. Okay. Whenever you hear that, I want you to imagine like that Jeopardy wrong buzzer going off. Okay. Like I could write a whole book about why this is so wrong. And in fact, I kind of am. But the quickest way to break it down is to quote neuropsychologist Dr. Jen Wolkin. Okay. And she said, what doesn't kill you can dysregulate your nervous system, trap itself in your body, steal your sense of self, or make you wish it did. Because trauma, stress, and prolonged illness don't make you stronger. And by the way, adversity in general doesn't make you stronger. It just reveals more of who you are. Okay? Here's another one that people love to say: time heals all wounds. Like, you guys, if that were true, we'd all be living our best lives, okay? Time alone doesn't heal wounds. In fact, neglected wounds usually get worse over time. The deeper we bury what needs attention, our anger, our grief, trauma, the more dramatically it tends to show up later and very often in the body. Okay? So often, this is the root cause of all sorts of chronic illness and pain. So, yes, it is absolutely real. No, it's not in your head. No, you're not crazy. It is happening. It is physically happening. But the question is why? So, here's the paradox. Okay, the first step towards healing is not positivity. The first step is radical acceptance. And I want to thank my spiritual mentor, Sarah Taylor, who first introduced this idea to me when my healing crisis began, along with so many other important teachings. Sarah is a spiritual awakening guide and intuitive energy healer. I mean, she's fucking magic. So I credit her for getting me through the absolute worst of it. And I'll link her in the caption. You should absolutely make an appointment with her. But radical acceptance means acknowledging exactly where you are without pretending it's fine, without sugarcoating it, and without forcing yourself to be grateful for something that is objectively awful. It means saying, this is happening, this is hard, and I'm allowed to feel what I feel about it. And then in the somatic sense, it means just being able to sit in the discomfort or the pain or the fear. And I know that may seem counterintuitive, but that level of honesty is often what is required for real healing to begin. Because once you stop fighting reality or pretending it's something else, you actually free up energy to start changing it. So, yeah, hope matters, positivity matters, but honesty matters first. And if you or someone you know needs help navigating chronic illness, my information is in my bio.